Crayon Man. This takes place in
I can't hear.
1903.
I can't see you.
Okay, so you need to mute your microphone. There you go. All right. So this takes place in 1903. That is 117 years ago. That's a long time ago. So this is the true story of the invention of Crayola crayons. I bet a lot of you have been using crayons on your online school and doing fun things at home. So I thought this would be a good book. All right, so here we go, The Crayon Man.
I can't see you.
Once there was a man who saw color everywhere. He noticed the yellow-orange petals of the black-eyed Susan in his garden. He marveled at the rich scarlet-red tones of the cardinal's feathers. He admired the deep blue greens of the waves in the sea. Color made him really, really happy. But all day long at work, all he saw was black. Black dust, black tar, black smoke, black ink, black dye, and black shoe polish. His name was Edwin Binney, and he was an inventor. He worked with his cousin, C. Harold Smith. Together, they were Binney and Smith. Harold was a great salesman. He loved to travel the world. Edwin was curious. He had a knack of listening and making what people needed. Edwin invented a new kind of inexpensive slate pencil that wrote very smoothly. It was gray. Children loved it. He invented a kind of chalk that wasn't dusty and didn't crumble. It was white. Teachers loved it. He invented a wax crayon that would write on wood and paper packaging. It was really, really black. People loved it. Edwin thought about his company's inventions. When you drew a picture, oops, I think I skipped a page, hold on. Yep, I did skip it. So when everyone, including Edwin's wife Alice, told him that children needed better, cheaper crayons, he listened. They said, "The crayons we have are big, dull, and clumsy. The lumps of colored clay only make fat, chunky lines. And the artist crayons from Europe are too expensive. They crumble and break easily. Some are even poisonous." Edwin thought about his company's inventions. When you drew a picture with their gray slate pencil, it rubbed off at the drop of a hat. When you drew a picture with the white chalk, it smudged everywhere. If you drew a picture with Edwin's new really black crayon, it was, well, really black. None of these inventions was any good for drawing in color. So Edwin listened and Edwin invented. In a small stone mill in Pennsylvania, in a top secret lab, Edwin's team experimented. How could they make better, stronger crayons? Melted paraffin wax? Perhaps. Now for the crayon colors. Grinding up rocks and minerals, fine powders. Mixing, slate for gray, earth for yellow, red and brown, perhaps. Oh yes, and lapis for blue. Pounding, sifting, and heating the colored powders. Would they be bright enough? Edwin's team kept on trying. They kept on experimenting. They came home covered in color. They experimented some more and discovered a pinch of this pigment, a sploosh of that one, a little hotter, a little cooler, and viola, lots of different shades. Now there were greens, oranges, violets, and pinks too. Edwin came home covered in color. In a large tub at the mill, Edwin's team measured out the ingredients: melted wax, clay to thicken, something for texture, colored powders, each in just the right amount every time to make a top secret formula. Slowly, carefully, stirring by hand, they poured the special formula into thin crayon-shaped molds, smaller than any other inventor's, just the right size for children's hands. The mixture cooled and hardened. Edwin watched, and Edwin waited. Finally, one summer evening in June 1903, Edwin came home covered in color and announced that he'd invented a new kind of colored crayon. But what should he call it? Alice had an idea. She said, "Let's mix the French word cray for stick of chalk and the word ola from the word oleaginous, meaning oily, like the oily texture of the crayon wax, to invent a new word, Crayola." Edwin listened. Binney and Smith shipped out the first Crayola crayon boxes: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, brown, and black. 8 colored crayons for only a nickel. Edwin waited. Would children like them? Children did. Now they could draw a tiny green caterpillar or the big blue sky. Their drawings wouldn't smudge and they wouldn't rub out. They were bright and could last a long, long time. Every day, Edwin brought colorful bouquets from his garden to inspire the Crayola team. They made crayons in even more different shades and later asked children to help name some of them. At last, because of Edwin Binney, the man who saw color everywhere, who had a knack for listening and making what people needed, children all around the world could reach for just the right shade to draw anything. And then at the back of the book, it shows how crayons are made today, the machines that they use. And then it tells you more about Edward Binney and gives you some more websites to check out. So this is a really cool book that I am going to have on the shelf at our library next year. But if you would like to check it out, you can also go to the Jeffco Public Library online, and they will, you can check out the ebook of The Crayon Man from the Jefferson Library. And also, there are some videos you could probably find on YouTube about how crayons are invented. So that is our story for today. If you have a comment, you can raise your hand and I will unmute you. Okay, Julia. You can unmute Julia.
Okay. How was Crayola actually made? Is that how they were actually made?
Yes, this is a true story. And what I didn't read today, because this is a nonfiction book, it's a true story. On each page, there's a little fact box, and I didn't read all the fact boxes, but you find out a little bit more about the recipe by reading the fact box. Like this one says that they ground up rocks and minerals to make the colors. That's how they made the colors. Okay, anybody else? You can unmute yourself if you have something you want to share. Addie?
Crayola.
Oh, there's your Crayola. And there
the whole box.
Look at what I have. I have my whole box, and I have a Germanus coloring book. This is a snowy
There's
day.
about like
Good day
about like
coloring.
1,000 Crayolas in here. Or
1,000?
something.
How do you decide what color, Addie?
I don't know.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I
Aren't
don't
you-
know how long I've had these. But I just know I have them.
Can you believe that crayons are 117 years old? That's a long time that they've been around.
Nope.
That's a lot. Anybody else want to share?
Steel.
Okay, Jude, you can unmute Jude if you want.
I like that book.
Oh, good. Could you see the pictures okay?
No.
No. Well, my internet's not very good. I'm hoping it's going to get fixed tomorrow. But we'll do this every Thursday anyway. And it's good to see you guys. Well, who has a question? You can unmute if you have a question. Crosby?
Got here late, so I didn't really know much about the book.
Well, I recorded it, and then when I'm like last week, I'm going to watch the recording, and if it wasn't very good, I'll record myself reading it again. And I put the recorded books on the library website, so you can watch it later if you want to.
Okay.
Okay. Juliet?
That's actually good to know because my brother wants to read it too.
Okay, so you can watch it. If the recording's not very good, I'll re-record it, so it'll be better.
You have a pink wing?
Oh, Anara?
How was your day?
My day was pretty good. It's snowy. I didn't go outside yet, but it was pretty good.
Are you asking the name of the book?
Evelyn?
So, where do you know where the Crayola was made? When they made it? Because
Yes, this man lived in Pennsylvania.
oh,
That's where his company was in Pennsylvania, I believe. Jack? You have something to say, Jack?
I didn't really get to listen to the whole book.
Okay.
I was having trouble hearing before.
Okay. So if you can have your family help you get to the library website, you know, if you go to the Scott website and you click on library, we'll have the recording there. Probably check back tonight or tomorrow, you'll see it.
Okay.
It's going to take me some time to put it up. Okay. Anybody else before we go? Hi.
I was right before Crosby, and so I kind of have the same question as Crosby, but what's the name of the book?
The Crayola Man. The true story of the invention of the Crayola crayon.
Oh,
Addie? Addie, do you have something to say?
which book is your most favorite?
Oh, I don't have a favorite book. That's picking your favorite kid. I love all books. Well, not all books. Most books I love.
I have a lot of books at home, so I don't know which one to choose as your most favorite.
I know. There's always, and then there's more coming out every day. So
Yeah.
there's always good ones.
And you just want to get one so you can read it and see if you like it.
Yeah, and then after I read a chapter book, sometimes I'm so sad that it's over with, and I don't want to start a new book because I'm sad that the other one is over. But I've been reading a lot of good.
But you can keep reading it over and over and over and over and
Oh,
over.
there's too many books to read over and over and over. Yeah.
Brother's over there.
Alessandra, what do you have?
Is over there.
Getting kind of
It's actually me who has the question.
Oh, hi, Bianca.
Are there any fun facts at the end of the?
Well, there's facts on every page in the fact box, and then at the end, it tells more about the inventor. And then, well, it has this page that shows how to make crayons. And then it has facts about the inventor here. And then it has websites you can check out to get more information about crayons.
Cool.
So, Mr. Asher?
When you were reading the book, I couldn't really see you.
You couldn't see me?
No.
I don't know about that. You'll have to check your settings on your Google. So maybe have your family help you check your settings.
Okay.
Okay? All right. 2 more questions and then we probably should go. Evelyn?
My brother was
So,
a
is
rapper.
there like a chapter book that you're working on?
A chapter book that I'm working on?
Yeah.
That I'm reading right now? I'm reading right now a book. I can't remember the name of it. But it's written. It's a chapter book written by Kevin Hankey. It's one of his new ones. What are you reading?
I'm reading this one. It's called JoJo Lobo Take the Stage.
Oh, is it good?
Oh, I love JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, I got it free at the bookstore.
Oh, it might be one I need to get in the library, huh? All right. So 1 more, 2 more. Jack and then Juliet, and then okay. Jack.
Can we? Okay, this is my choice. No.
Jack, what's your question?
How can we check out books from the library?
Okay, so on the library webpage is a video on how to check them out on the Chromebook, and soon I'll have the iPad one up. And then also at the Jefferson County Library, you can check out, this is an ebook on, I don't have this ebook in the Scott Library, but the Jefferson County Public Library has this as an ebook. So if you go to the jeffco.org, jeffcolibrary.org, you can find out how to check out an ebook. If you don't have a public library card, it also shows you how you can click on a link and get one.
Okay.
And it's all free.
Ooh,
It's all free.
cool. That's cool.
Okay, so I think we'll wrap it up, and then I'll be back next Thursday. Since you guys are showing up, I'll find another book for next Thursday. Okay.
I have a question. I have something to say.
Okay.
So, I just wanted to tell that if you if you want people to see you, hit the camera, tap the screen, and then hit the camera at the bottom.
Okay. I don't know if Sir Asher, so did you hear that, Sir Asher?
What?
Say that again,
Yeah.
Kathy.
Ta-da!
Oh, so he already figured that out. Okay, good. Okie dokie, guys. Have fun. What?
Bye.
I want to tell everyone something too.
Okay, Brody, what?
So, if you click on the screen that whoever you want to see, if you click on the screen, it's like this little bell thing. This bell thing that you click on it.
Yeah.
If you click on it, you can see. You can stay looking at who that is.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Perfect.
Goodbye, everybody.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye. We'll see you next week, 3 o'clock.
Bye.
Stay coming.
Miss Ostwald.
Yes.
I don't understand how to check out the books.
The stop books.
Yeah.
Are you on a Chromebook or an iPad?
iPad. I see.
An iPad. I'm going to get the video. If you can watch the video I have on the on the Stop Library website, and it shows you how to do it on a Chromebook. But if you watch it, it'll probably help you know how to do it on your iPad too.
Well, I'm not show where I could find that.
Okay, so do you know how to get to the Scott Elementary website?
No, I don't.
Okay, let me.
Oh.
I'm going to show you on my screen. Okay.
Okay.
Are
I
you
don't know who
gonna
you're
share
talking
your
to.
screen with us?
I'm going to share my screen.
Woohoo! That's great.
Okay, so if you go to Google and you type in Stott, S-T-O-T-T, elementary, okay, there it is. All right, and then you get Stott Elementary Home. That's where I want. Okay. Now up here, there's library. See library right there? Click on.
No.
No,
No,
not
not
yet.
really. I can't see your screen anymore.
You can't see it.
No.
No, neither can
It had
I.
a picture of Crosby.
Okay. All right.
What's going
Let
on?
me try it again.
Ah,
Okay.
like your
So
screen went off.
do we go on Google Classroom?
No, it's not on Google Class.
What the heck just happened? She left. She literally left. I can't see her.
What the heck?
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. You don't go on Google Classroom. You go onto the internet and find the Stott website.
So is it
Oh.
So let me show you again.
Safari? Is it Safari?
Yes,
Fancy.
yes, Safari will work. Okay.
Fancy.
All right.
Elementary.
Okay. Do you see my screen? So you go to
Not
Stott
awesome.
Library
Elementary.
website.
There's the Stott Elementary. Then you go to library. Do you see that library right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Click on library. And there you are. Over here. It's the Scott Library Catalog, how to check on an ebook on a Chromebook. You can watch that video, that'll help you. But if you click on the blue icon, all right?
Wait, what?
Okay,
Whoa. Super duper uber cool.
you click on this blue, see this blue like diamond thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll take you to our catalog.
Oh.
So we can check our books.
Oh, cool.
Ebook. So in the search box, if you put E for electronic ebook, then
Ebooks.
you'll see all of the books you can check out on your iPad. All right? But in order to check them out, you have to log in. You see this login right here?
Yeah.
You would click on login.
Okay.
Can you guys mute your screens? Please mute so you can.
Okay.
And then you click over here in the blue rectangle. It says Jeffco login. And then you would put in your student number. You guys know your student number. And then you put in your password. You put in your student number and your password, and you sign in. And when you do that, then you are signed in right here. And if I look at the ebooks again, I can check them out. Some of them that have the blue symbol, you don't really have to check out. You can just open and read them. But the ones that say checkout, you'd have to click on checkout, and then as soon as you click on checkout, it'll be on your iPad. Okay? That makes sense? Like here's a Magic Treehouse book. If I clicked on checkout, then I could read it. I can just open it up and read it on my device. Okay? So now you can unmute and ask any questions if you, does that help you, Ariana?
I can't hear anybody. They're like Ariana's not even talking.
Yeah, I don't hear Ariana.
She's like her mouth is moving, but I can't hear her. Stop recording. Stop